Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the week. The time of the week where we go over the ratings for AEW Dynamite. And I have to correct myself. I'm not always right. Sometimes I'm wrong. And I was wrong about something. AEW Dynamite actually do have competition on a Wednesday night at this time of year. I thought they didn't, but apparently they went up against two NBA games. I think. I don't know. I don't follow American sports. I think it's basketball. And they lost to two basketball games, I believe. So, AEW do have competition at this time of year. That's something I said last week that they don't. Apparently they do. So, I'm going to give them a tiny little bit more leeway. Not as much as they'd hoped for, but I'm going to give them a little bit of leeway. Because the AEW Dynamite overall average was 747,000 viewers. This is incredibly down from last week. I think last week they got 800 or 801, or was that the week before? It's hard to tell, but they are down drastically. 747, which is bad. It's very bad. There was number 3, I believe. So apparently people don't stay at home anymore on a Wednesday night. Why? I don't know. I mean, I get the collision ratings being low because people like to go out and they like to party on a Saturday night, but a Wednesday night is where you're supposed to stay at home. I mean, live your normal life and not be a party animal, so to speak. So we're going to go over the ratings in a minute, and I better put that on silent. Yeah, the vibrator, I better put that on silent because I know for a fact it's going to interrupt the video. We're going to go over the ratings in a minute, but first I want to go over Tony Khan having more beef with Eric Bischoff. That's right, Tony Khan has gone on another internet rant. Sort of an internet rant. It's more of a mild one this time. But he's gone after Eric Bischoff unprovoked again. And we're gonna see what Tony's been saying to Mr. Bischoff. So John Alba posted some news about Eric Bischoff, Strictly Business, his show, that it's been cancelled. And it's being cancelled because Bischoff is focusing on other endeavours, which is a new show he wants to do by himself. And I think he's named that show Wise Choices. I watched a little bit of it this morning. And I think he's named it that way because of this Tony Khan tweet. Just to stick it up Tony's anus. So Tony put, sunsetting this fraud of a business podcast before the next AEW media deal is a wise choice. Tony. Right, start acting more professional, okay? You are a business owner, and I'm about to cough. You are, excuse me, there we go. You are a business owner, right? Why do you need to go after people, that are retired from the business you're doing now? Why do you need to go after them, right? Bischoff criticises the show. Disco and Conan criticise the show. Busted Open criticise the show. Cornette does. A lot of people criticise AEW, but most of them do it out of simply just giving criticism. There's no tribalism involved. There's no bad faith, like with Busted Open and K100. They're not bad faith. They just criticise the show and give their opinions. Yet you just love to try and give them shit because you can't stand being criticised, Tony Khan. And I think it's ridiculous. You're a 41-year-old man and you should grow some balls and take criticism on the chin. Move on to be better. But Eric Bischoff responded. Eric Bischoff says, a money mark with no talent other than spending daddy's money, going all the way to Canada to draw less than 4K in one of the hottest pro wrestling markets in North America. Talking about wise choices, strap in, it's going to be a fun day. So Eric Bischoff fucked him up. As expected. Yeah, I mean, when Tony Khan's arguing with someone, it's very easy to win against Tony, because Tony has so many problems right now that he's actively ignoring. And I guarantee you at the next media scrum, what pay-per-view? The Dynasty, that's it. The Dynasty media scrum. Tony Khan's going to sit there and he's going to say, everything's great. We're on a great string of good ratings, even though they're not. And he's going to say everything's great. Cool. You do that, Tony. You live in your fantasy land. You ignore what we're all saying. And yes, I am a tribalist in a way. Yes, I know. But right now, I'm not being like that because I don't want to be. I want to give you some criticism, Tony. That's all. Right? I want AEW to be a better show. Which it's never going to be, because you never fucking listen to neither the fans nor the people who came before you to aspire to what they achieved. Okay? You brought Eric Bischoff out on Dynamite that time. You endorsed him. You called him a legend. But now that he doesn't like your show, you call him a failed, what was it? A fraud of a business podcast. You call Eric Bischoff a fraud, which is incorrect, because Eric Bischoff actually beat WWE for 83 weeks, which you have not done. So we're gonna get into them ratings in a minute. We're gonna get into the quarter hours, but I want to go over something first. So this morning I woke up. It's my birthday. Say happy birthday, please. Say happy birthday. I got no one saying happy birthday last year. I felt very lonely, but it's my birthday. I woke up and I went onto my YouTube studio just to see what the views were for my my Rise video, which did very, very poor, and I'm going to go over that in a minute. But I saw that there was an earnings tab, and I clicked on that, and I found out that I've been accepted into the YouTube Partner program, where the first stage with the 500 subs and the 3,000 watch hours. So that's fucking fantastic. Thank you to everyone who's helped me get to this point. And I'm going to go over like memberships and supers and things like that when I've actually got an idea for what I want to do for memberships, because I'm not expecting you to just pay me $3.99 a month or whatever it is. It's for me to give you nothing back. So I'm going to work on something for a member exclusive video, maybe a week, I don't know. I'm going to go over it. I'm going to do some research. I'm going to see what I can give to you in return for your weekly subscription, if you want to give a weekly subscription. That's how YouTube works, ladies and gentlemen. You don't just put your fucking PayPal link in your bios and expect people to send you money. No, that's not how it works, right? Even if no one subscribes to become a member, I'm still going to put that out there, and I'm still going to try and give you your money's worth if you decide to become a member. That's how it works. So for the people who just say, oh, here's my PayPal link. No, that's disgusting. I hate it. Don't do it. Unless it's for a good cause. Even if it's a good cause for the YouTuber himself. Needs to pay for surgery or something like that. Alright, that's fine. But when you just put it up there for a cheap plug to your PayPal. No. But I've gone on for that too long. So I'm going to talk about my Rise video for a minute. So I said for a couple of weeks now, I'm going to make a My Rise series, hoping that it's going to get some views, hoping that it's going to give you some enjoyment, because at the end of the day, I don't find sitting here talking about AEW good enough, okay? I wanted to give something a little bit more entertaining, so something to watch that isn't just me shit-talking everything, because that's all I do, I shit over everything. So I decided to make a My Rise series. I thought, okay, I'll make my first video. I managed to make my first video, even though I've got all these fucking restraints around me. I made it. I posted it yesterday. And as of recording, it's on 15 views and 2 likes. And that's absolutely terrible. That's terrible. Now, I respect, if you don't want to watch me play games, that's fine. That's fine. I'm going to learn from my mistakes. Unlike Tony Khan, I need to practice what I preach. So if that video doesn't do any bigger numbers by tomorrow morning, I'm taking it down. the My Race series for this channel is cancelled, and it's going onto my Crossman Gaming channel. Because I've already started it, man. I may as well go through with it. I'm going to put it on there, and then I won't post any more gaming videos onto this channel, which is disappointing and bums me out a bit. But if you guys don't want that, you guys don't want that. It's very simple. I'm not going to force something on you that you don't want. So give it to tomorrow morning. If I'm still not happy with the numbers, I'm taking it down. The series is cancelled for this channel, and it's going onto Crossman Gaming. So yeah, I mean, so check out Crossman Gaming if you want to see me play games, but apparently none of you do. So the quarter hours. Let's get into these quarter hours. So AEW Dynamite on TBS, March 27th, 2024, 747,000 viewer average. Let's get into these quarters, and I'll try not to butcher it because the last 2 weeks I've been doing this. I've been butchering shit, man. So I'm going to try to give a cohesive reading of this and do my best to do that. I may fail, so if I do, which I probably will, I'm very sorry. Quarter 1, 8 to 8:15 p.m. Shibata versus Will Ospreay through picture-in-picture ads, 939,000 viewers. We go to quarter 2. Shibata versus Ospreay continues. Bryan Danielson video and the Young Bucks backstage promo with an ad break, 802,000 viewers. So here we are with Will Ospreay, and I don't like to shit on Will Ospreay, right? I like Will Ospreay. I like how he deals with things. I like that he doesn't take tribalism too seriously. Will Ospreay doesn't, and we saw that over last week. I'm not going to get into it too much, but Will Ospreay has lost over 100,000 viewers there, so that shows that people aren't interested in Will Ospreay, and I don't see that as Will Ospreay's fault. Will Ospreay could have been interesting if Tony Khan made him interesting. However, that isn't what happened, and Will Ospreay ain't a draw. Excuse me. Quarter 3, 8:30 to 8:45 p.m. Okada Angle, the Young Bucks versus Private Party through picture-in-picture ads, 711,000 viewers. So that's gone down nearly 100,000 there for the Young Bucks and Okada. But they do actually go up for the Young Bucks now, because 8:45 to 9 p.m. The Young Bucks versus Private Party continues. Swerve Strickland and Takeshita video, an ad break. Darby Allin video, Chris Jericho Hook backstage angle, 776,000. And then we get to the big 9 o'clock hour, 9 to 9:15. Willow Nightingale versus Chris Statlander versus Anna Jay versus Sky Blue through picture-in-picture ads. Post-match with Julia Hart, Mercedes Moné, Dustin Rhodes and The Butcher backstage angle, 771,000. So they've gone down 5,000. But we're about to see a drastic drop. So sorry, 9:15 to 9:30 p.m. Started to butcher that, managed to save it. Tony Storm promo and ad break. Swerve Strickland video, Matt Taven and Mike Bennett versus Orange Cassidy and Trent Beretta. 672,000 viewers. So I'm gonna put that down to Orange Cassidy. Why not? But it's a bit more telling in this next one. 9:30 to 9:45. The Undisputed Kingdom versus the Best Friends continues. Post-match with the Young Bucks. Kyle O'Reilly backstage promo. An ad break and Adam Copeland video entrances. 654,000 viewers. So no one wants to see Orange Cassidy. No one wants to see the Best Friends. And by the looks of it, no one gives a fuck about the Undisputed Kingdom, which I'm not surprised. And I think we're now getting into the main event. You know, the big draw, Swerve Strickland, the next Stone Cold Steve Austin of professional wrestling, as the AEW fans keep saying. Swerve Strickland versus Takeshita through picture-in-picture ads, 658,000 viewers. That was from 9:45 to 10 p.m. So we do have an overrun, 5-minute overrun. What a surprise. Swerve versus Takeshita continues, Samoa Joe backstage promo. 724,000 viewers. So as you can see, I know they have competition. I know AEW have competition. I mentioned this at the beginning, but it goes to show that people just do not give a fuck anymore. They don't, because the competition in itself isn't an excuse. Because I saw something earlier, which got the stats from previous years around this time of year. They've gone down 100,000 viewers over each year. So that's a lot of people who decided to say, fuck AEW, I don't care anymore. A lot of people have said that. I don't blame them, because I was one of them. And Tony Khan will continue to do this until he runs out of money or has no TV deal and has to put Dynamite, Collision and Rampage on his own streaming platform if he manages to get one. But let me know what you thought about all of this, man. We've been here for 16 minutes, so I mean, Tony Khan, you're fucking up, and I don't know what else to say other than rest in peace AEW. Like, subscribe, follow me on X at TheCrossman25. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Tonight, we go live on Diabolical Tuner's channel for The Power Station with Tuner, myself, and Culture Popper. We're going to talk some wrestling, some gaming, some politics. So come and check us out, 8 PM UK time, and whatever time it is for your respective time zone. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.